If Council approves all of the recommended investments and the tax redistribution, total costs for the typical single residential home, including property tax, water, sewer, and waste and recycling, are proposed to increase by approximately $16 per month, close to 5%. Compared to the federal and provincial governments that have tax sources such as income taxes, general sales taxes, and royalty revenues, Canadian cities only have property taxes and cannot run deficits. This has resulted in a municipal fiscal gap between Calgary and the federal and provincial governments of an average of $311 million in increased costs or funding shortfalls.
While we've held the line to keep our services as affordable as possible, Calgarians have told us that investments are critically needed in key areas as identified in our fall survey of Calgarians, namely public safety, mental health, homelessness, and affordable housing. These factors are reflected in this year's proposed adjustments while ensuring every dollar spent creates the most value for our community and the people that live here.
How does a municipality actually keep pace with the number of services and responsibilities that have been offloaded to it by both the provincial and federal governments? Perhaps if they hadn't spent the last 30 years offloading to us the responsibilities that they should have been taking on, we wouldn't be in this dire situation right now. Obviously, affordability is top of mind for everyone. And we have a federal government that's providing affordability to, one province and not the rest. We have heard premiers across the country say that's inequitable. We've got some pretty serious problems about how equitably we are being treated by our federal government. Provincially, we have seen offloading as well. And as a result of that, we have now come to a point in our city where we need to make some decisions because we're not getting the support we need from the other two orders of government. So to the point of, is now the time to really do this big work? The time was 10 years ago, but we didn't act. We didn't act incrementally, and now our hand has been forced. And without enough support from the federal and provincial governments, this is the best that your local municipality can do right now.
I was expecting it to be worse. Right? When I look at the percentage of the projected, the $16 a month, the 7.2%, for me it's a degree of relief given every single thing that we had to do to actually address all the issues that we're seeing. It's stark, it's shocking, but you're seeing Vancouver look at 10, right? And we have to pay close attention to how this stuff is hitting our nearest equivalents. So.
The fact that we're actually increasing more in first-year budget adjustments should be a little bit worrisome. And let's not forget the budget adjustment increase in 2021 when we were all first elected. So we start adding up all those increases, we're getting to a 30% increase in 4 years. That's a lot of an increase for Calgarians. And city also has to, budget within their means and work within their means. And I really think that you saw through the surveys, Calgarians are torn. We have a surplus, and we've already sitting at an increase 3.4% for 2024. So when we look at the surplus and all the reserves, we're doing something wrong if we can't hold a line at 3.4% and still invest in our city. And so we're hearing a lot about supporting business, absolutely vital part of our community. They are the backbone of Calgarians. We need to find solutions to support them. But the thing that no one is talking about is the residents that actually support those businesses. When we talk about an increase of $16 a month, that's a lunch or coffee or, food for your kids. So there are going to be some difficult conversations to have in the next 2 weeks.